In this video, I'm going to demo how to use Browserbot to scrape websites and use AI together. For our demo, we're going to collect information about a Hacker News user and then ask AI to come up with a harsh roast for them. So I'm going to start by recording, and I'm going to remove this navigation action. And I'm going to start by getting the user's the username of the person that we want to roast. So I'm going to put in Hacker News username, and then for the example value, I'll start off with me, and then I'll navigate to my Hacker News profile page. So here I'm filling in the variable HN username from the previous ask for input action. And so you can see that this variable is being replaced correctly in this preview box here. I'm going to save that, and Browserbot is going to automatically navigate. And now I'm going to select what I want from the page, which is all this information. I'm going to extract the data, and I'm going to use AI to extract all the data that it sees here. And so what Browserbot is doing is it's sending this information and then asking it to get the structured data from this. So here I'm getting the username, the profile URL, my join date, join URL, all the information that's here, but laid out with really nice labels. So I'm going to save this. And then now I'm going to navigate to the submissions and comments. So since we extracted that, I'm going to use the navigate command to select the submissions URL. You can also automate clicking, but I find this to be just a little bit cleaner. I'm going to navigate to that URL, and then now I'm going to get the whole page. I'm going to extract data. And this time, instead of extracting this with AI and getting all these different fields, I just want the whole text to send to the AI together. So when I click add field, it'll extract all of the text, and then I'm going to name this submissions. So I'll save that. And now we're going to go to the comments. So here are the variables from the profile data. I'm going to select the comments and save that. Then I'm going to press up a few times in order to grab this whole box containing all of the comments on the page. And I'll extract the data, and same thing. I'll name this comments. And now, for the fun part, I'm going to ask AI, roast this Hacker News user, make it as harsh and spicy as possible. Keep it short. Now I'm going to pass in the data that I extracted. So I'm going to include all of the profile information. So I'll click insert here. And then I'm using this bracket syntax so the AI knows what's what. This is recommended and helpful to differentiate between different kinds of data. So I'm going to now pass in the submissions. Click here. And then finally, the comments. So these are all the submissions I've made, all the comments I've made on Hacker News, along with information about my profile. And now I can review and just verify that these variables are being filled in correctly. So here's my profile information, looks good. Here are all my submissions. And then down here are my comments somewhere. Starting here, comments. Cool. So I want to get it back as text. And for this, I'm going to use the best model possible to give me the best possible roast. So let's test this out. So now Browserbot is sending this information to Claude and asking it to provide a roast. Oh look, it's another Princeton grad who thinks listing their FANG credentials makes them special. Your submission history reads like a desperate Chrome extension developer's diary, constantly reposting the same projects, hoping they'll finally stick. Oof. LinkedIn sent you a cease and desist? Guess your scraping genius wasn't so clever after all. This is cutting too deep. But hey, at least you've mastered the art of humble bragging about your 4 years building automation tools in every other comment. Nothing says I peaked in college quite like endlessly peddling browser extensions while name dropping your Ivy League education. Keep chasing those internet points with your recycled showy gents. Maybe one day they'll fill the void left by originality. this is brutal. They should make this like against their policy to be this brutal in their roasts. So I'm going to prove that, and then I'm going to print out uh, the data that we scraped. So we don't want any of this stuff. This is autofilled from the data that we extracted. And we only want just the spicy, spicy user roast. So I'm going to save that. I'm going to finish recording. And since we got my roast, I'm going to run it and try it on a different profile. But you'll see that Browserbot automatically named this this bot by getting all this information and using AI to fill this in. So I'm going to run it, and from the ask for input action, it's going to ask for a username to fill in. So if I wanted to do the default one, I can click here, but this time I'm going to roast my friend, David Bieber. I have his permission, so if this comes out really brutal, he was okay with it. And so now it's executing, it's asking AI to give us the roast, and then once it's done, it'll write out the output. All right. Oh, look, it's the Google Brain researcher with a measly 405 karma after 12 years. Okay, I'm not going to read all of this, but it looks pretty bad. Okay, and there you have it. This is how you can use Browserbot to scrape websites and use AI to enhance the output.